Hey guys, Alex and Dad from 7th Hour Films back again with Doctor Who. Last time around we had The Wedding of River Song. What was that one about?
Well, essentially it was the culmination, the going back to the original Impossible Astronaut, where River ends up marrying the Doctor. He whispers something to her. She finds herself in the suit. She can't help herself. He tells her to go ahead and shoot, so she shoots and kills him, theoretically. And we only find out later that there is a twist. And if you've watched the last episode, I don't have to give it away to you, but it turns out there was an indication earlier in the episode that kind of set up the whole thing. But anyway, so theoretically, the Doctor is dead, according to the silence, because they've had River kill him, but he's not dead after all.
Yeah. Essentially, the way he put it is, time demanded that he was on that beach in Utah in 2011. And he was there, but that's that. Everyone else says he died. So yeah, that's where we left off, with Amy and Rory also going back to home life, and yeah, that was pretty much...
And realizing the Doctor was now their son-in-law.
Yep. Technically, yes. So, but this brings us on to the Christmas special. The beginning of season 7. It's kind of season 7, it's kind of not. That's how the Christmas specials work. So, yeah, we're on to the fun, enjoyable Christmas special to go between seasons.
And apparently we're going to Narnia, because the episode is entitled The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe.
Well, you know...
The Lion, the Witch.
Everyone wants to go to Narnia. We've all read Narnia. Have you read Narnia?
I've never read Narnia.
I haven't read Narnia either. Have you watched the movies?
No.
Neither have I. So, I do have the Narnia books on my Kindle. Unfortunately, now that I have a Kindle, I have a problem of backlog, which is a problem that a lot of gamers have, actually, and... I am no exception to that, where, especially on PC gaming, there's the PC storefront, which is Steam. They have a lot of sales, and games will very often be $5 or less. And so people think, $5 for a game, that sounds great. I'm going to get that. I'll play it someday. I am not an exception to this. I have many games on my backlog, and now that I have a Kindle and access to books at all times, I now have a backlog of books. So the Narnia books are in there. I will read those someday. But I just finished Frankenstein recently, and we watched the movie last night, and both are good. So
very interesting.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I am right now. I also have some Doctor Who books on my Kindle. And actually some Torchwood books that I thought I would try out to see if they're any good. So,
are these novelizations or Big Finish?
No, these are... Well, it's not Big Finish. Well, I guess, I don't know if Big Finish does books. I think they mainly do the audio dramas. Oh. But I have at least one novelization of a Capaldi episode. And then the Torchwood episode... The Torchwood books... are just new stories with the Torchwood cast. So I went through, there's like 20 Torchwood books, and I picked like 3 that sounded the most interesting. Some of them did not sound interesting whatsoever. They sounded like a very boring episode of Torchwood. So, but I picked 3 that were kind of interesting, and again, they're in the backlog. I'll get to them someday. So.
You may notice I'm bundled up again. We told you it snowed last weekend. We ultimately here in central Oklahoma, depending on where you were, either north or south of the metro, we got anywhere from 6 to 8 inches of snow. Most of that has melted. However, the temperature has only gone above freezing twice since last Saturday. As of this morning, the temperature was 9 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not the wind chill, that was the actual temperature. Wind chill was probably below 0, but I'm not going to test that by going outside because I don't want to be in. I've been in, at my worst, when I lived in Nebraska, 60 degrees below 0 wind chills. And I never want to experience that again.
Yeah, so I'm a little warm, honestly. So I was thinking of turning down the thermostat, but I didn't. I didn't do that, but After putting up the set and everything, yeah, I feel a little moisture on my forehead. So yeah, I'm fine. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
We might as well jump right into the Christmas special, which is perfect for all this winter weather to have a Christmas special.
All right,
so
here we go. Imperial Cruiser.
it's the beginning of Spaceballs.
Ludicrous speed.
It really is. It like keeps going.
Load up the weapons. It's the Chitauri army.
See? He's working in the shadows, not causing a big ruckus anywhere.
You hit the atmosphere, you're gonna burn up.
He's hoping to get to the soup before then.
Claire Skinner. Okay.
We have to have our special episode companion.
Listen, Cyril, tell him that I borrowed Mr. Goldsmith's car, that I found a spaceman in a field, possibly an angel, but he's injured and I can't get his helmet off, so I'm having to take him into town to find a police telephone box, all right? All right, good boy.
Looking a lot like Ralphie from The Christmas Story.
Hey, your mum.
Yeah.
Where's she going?
Out.
Oh, the dad is the guy who voices Mr. Smith on the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Oh,
Impact suit. Still repairing me.
Oh, that's nice.
You?
Off you go home. I'll just go and wait. Inside here. Ow! Wrong one! You didn't try again?
That's a genuine police telephone box.
So what have you been reading? Not the war again. People keep reading about the war, then it will actually happen. And then where will you be?
Wow, man, she was right.
roll that nose up.
Sorry! It's the door! It's developed a fault!
Oh, hello! Mr. Cardew!
Oh. It's been more than a fault.
There we go. Right then. May I take your cases?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Lovely. Would you mind carrying them for me? I need to show you around.
Oh, no, wait!
Smaller sitting room, just chairs, a bit pointless without a television. So,
What's a
I made
television?
some repairs.
Well, then move.
And these are taps, hot, cold, lemonade.
Lemonade.
I know. Hammers.
That's pretty cool.
I know.
How do you get on?
Watch and learn, kid.
Oh.
For God's sake!
This hammock has developed a fault.
Yeah.
Please stop talking. Can you please just stop?
I think he was supposed to land on that and he missed, so they just kept it.
Lily! Shut up. What do you think that present is? We could just sneak down and have a look. Go to sleep.
You don't sleep with your glasses on.
Yeah. Well, maybe in a hammock. You can't really sleep on your side in a hammock either.
They're here. You ever seen Poltergeist?
I don't know.
You'll have to watch it if you haven't.
So happens your present is bigger on the inside.
Still in bed, asleep.
Okay. Faulty then.
Were you fooled by a fluffed pillow? Not exactly an icicle. I hate orbs that grow. I know that's very specific, but it's creepy.
Oh no, it's the Bumble.
They hatched a new one. A fluffed pillow.
Oh, he's good.
Wait a minute, a fluffed pillow? How is that supposed to trick anybody? A fluffed pillow? That's ingenious!
Sarah! Where are we?
Magic.
In a box. Present, and it wasn't supposed to be open till Christmas Day. Honestly, who opens their Christmas presents early? Okay. Shut up, everyone.
Kids.
These are Cyril's footprints. And these are the ones he was following.
Yukon Cornelius.
Notice anything?
Eh.
Well, then we have to get after him.
It's okay, you're fine. Don't worry.
Is that tree alive?
Of course it's alive. It's a tree.
But is it dangerous?
That is slightly a dumb
Every
question.
rose has its thorns.
Do you know the difference between wind and trees talking to each other?
What?
No wind. I've been here many times, but I've never heard the trees so active. Something's wrong.
These trees are yapping. Eh. It's probably fine.
I saw in the knocker, not a knocker, but Marley's face.
Merry Christmas.
One of my favorite lines in that Marley's face thing is, it had a dim light about it, like a bad lobster in a dark cellar. Oh no.
The tree people.
He is Groot.
Maybe he's friendly.
Yeah, this is just what you want to show kids at Christmas time.
Yeah. Well, it's just like the song. There'll be scary ghost stories. Oh, it's the Iron Giant.
Unarmed, sir.
What the hell are you doing here?
No, wait, armed! No, unarmed. Sorry, sir, she's wearing wool, sir. The natural fabrics, they interfere with...
Please say we can tell the difference between wool and sidearms.
Yeah.
To a difference, sir.
Sure, climb to the top of the creepy tower.
Ugh. It's gonna take forever to get up there.
How long did it take us to get to the top of the lighthouse at Hatteras?
I don't know. That was like 20 years ago.
More than 170 steps. Awaiting the king, no doubt.
Mom, please stop crying. I can't interrogate you while you're crying. This is a military engagement. There's no crying in military engagements.
Oh.
Corporal Vengara, you...
I'm fine, sir.
We're from Androzani Major. The year is 5345, and we mean you no harm. Where are you from?
England. 1941. And there's a war on.
Oh. It's always prepared.
Crying's ever so useful, isn't it?
If you say so, but there's nothing you could say that would convince me you'd ever use that gun.
Really? Well, I'm looking for my children.
Bloody hell.
Cyril!
It doesn't look like bread.
This disguise word. Have you been listening?
How can trees burn into a building?
Oh, never underestimate a tree, Lily. I met the Forest of Cheam once. She fancied me.
Yeah.
There are stars coming out.
That does happen, Lily. Cyril!
Yes, but out of the trees.
Oh. Yeah, you put a star at the top of a Christmas tree. Oh no. He moves now.
Vernon Wood doth come to Dunsinane.
Why do you say
We
that?
can do a scan for life forms. We can detect people even though they're far
Well,
away.
like RDF, radar?
Yeah.
Well, then please stop patronising me and get on with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you say God help my children?
This forest is about to be harvested.
Harvested.
Androzani trees. Greatest fuel source ever.
Like the caves of Androzani?
Is being melted down for battery
Oh, yeah.
Down, huh?
I thought that sounded familiar.
Acid rain.
It was the forest of Androzani.
Anyone
No. We wait for Mummy. Mummy always comes.
Not this time, Cyril. I'm sorry, but not this time.
Oh.
I think I recognise the driving.
Meh.
Creatures entered the forest!
Just like flying a plane that you didn't actually fly. Oh.
It's okay. She's fine. Don't worry. Stay here, Justin. Stay here.
Madge! Madge!
Oh.
You okay?
Stay inside. The rain is frightful.
Translated from the base code of nature itself, you and I, Cyril, we're weak, but she's female. More than female, she's mum. How else does life ever travel? The mothership.
It's a pun. Let's get out of here.
What's happening?
No idea. Do what I do. Hold tight and pretend it's a plan. How did you meet? You and Reg, tell me how you met.
He followed me home. I worked in the dairy. He used to follow me home. But Father, he looks so young. He said he'd keep on following me till I married him.
You know, that's the only thing. This is the kind of thing you can only get away with in the 40s.
Just stay.
Oof. Another happy landing.
Are you alright? The forest has gone from your head too, hasn't it?
Where is it now?
The life force of the whole forest has transmuted itself into a subetheric waveband of light, which can exist as the souls of the trees are out among the stars, and they're shining.
There you go.
Very happy.
Magyar will who flew a whole forest through the time vortex, plus one husband. He did it again, Madge. He followed you home. Look what you can do.
Mother Christmas.
Madge!
It's a miracle.
What am I doing here?
It's Christmas Day, my love. Where else would you be?
Christmas Day.
I haven't missed it.
We took a shortcut.
How's Anderson doing?
Yeah, the other two got home too.
My spaceman angel with his head on backwards.
Alright, look. The right way round.
Funnier.
Okay.
So you came back? No, no one should be alone at Christmas.
I'm fine. I don't mind. I'm really very good at...
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your friends. You can't let them think that you're dead. Not at Christmas.
It's complicated. Very complicated.
You must
Far
go
too
and tell
complicated to
them
explain right now.
at once. Off you go.
Yes, Mum. I'll think about it. What the hell was that?
I was just the caretaker returning to the time vortex. It's a lovely place. I've been there myself. Shall we go downstairs?
Oh, right.
Started the eggnog a little early.
If that is more carol singers, I have a more pistol. You don't want to be all wet on a night like this.
Not absolutely sure. How long?
2 years? River told us.
Well, of course she did.
She's a good girl. Well, I'm not gonna hug first.
Nor am I.
Let Rory do it.
Eh. Alright, same time.
You're not dead then.
No. We're about to have Christmas dinner. Joining us?
If it's no trouble.
There's a place set for you.
But you didn't know I was coming. Why would you set me a place?
Oh, because we always do. It's Christmas, you moron.
Alrighty. Merry Christmas.
All right. Now, lovely story. But I have to say, again, very, very scary elements in it.
Well,
And it's, this time, I still love the humor. The Three Stooges of the security force, whoever they were. That was very funny. But again, some really unusually creepy stuff. That again, and you'd expect kids to be watching, younger kids to be watching, because it's a Christmas special.
Yeah.
And not that the tree people were scary, but just some very creepy elements in that just seem to be slightly over the line.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking up specifically... I'm looking up specifically when this aired. Yeah, okay, December 25th, 2011. So either just before or just after Christmas dinner. Everyone's, enjoying themselves, You've got old people in the back talking about politics. Whoever the prime minister was in December of 2011. I'm sure it changed at a moment's notice. And then... all the kids get to watch nice little Doctor Who. Just a little terrifying. So, I do remember. I think I've said this before, but there was I did a live stream. It was December 27th. I think it was 2021, because it was the 10th anniversary of me being on YouTube, and I did a live stream just playing Mario Kart and stuff, and I was like, it's 2 days after Christmas. I don't know how many people are really going to care to watch this, live. And there was someone in the chat that said, I'd much rather be watching this than listening to my uncles and aunts debate how many children Boris Johnson has. And I was like, okay, well, I'm glad to be a distraction 2 days after Christmas. So yeah, it's probably nice for the kids,
I want to say Tony Blair was still the prime minister at the time, but don't quote me on that, because that would have been during Obama's term, and I don't think Boris Johnson came in that early. So I don't know. I think Johnson was a little bit later, but anyway, yeah. So again, interesting premise. I'm really surprised at the reference to Androzani.
It's a strange one looking back on it now. Yeah, obviously when I first watched this, I didn't catch that at all because I didn't know what that was. But now watching it's like, huh. That is weird, because I was like, have I heard that before? I don't know. Maybe it just sounds similar to something else. But yeah, the Caves of Androzani. I guess it's just the planet.
And why wouldn't the doctor have recognized it, since he died there?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just a planet, and it was just that one guy that was there that tortured him and was trying to take Perry and all that stuff. It's a great episode, but yeah, I guess that's just where it is. So, but yeah, a nice little Christmas special. So,
now, started off with him falling to earth in the suit that was rejuvenating him with the helmet on backwards, but I mean, despite the fact that the original Superman comic book set up, here's an alien falling to earth, and two farmers from Kansas saw the spaceship crash land and went out and said, oh, look, there's a baby. Let's raise him as our own. Let's face it, that finding an alien child, no matter how human he looks, has to be very weird. And here's this woman, 1940-something. We don't know exactly. They didn't say the actual date, I don't think. But a man in a spacesuit, which she, of course, would never have seen because there aren't spacesuits at this point, falls from the sky, leaves a gigantic crater in the ground. Nobody else in town apparently saw this, but she manages to, get him back on his feet and send him off. That, of all the things in this, that seemed to be the most preposterous. Oh, yeah. She was a very forward-thinking woman, which is fine if they had given us some, setup for that. Otherwise she's just an ordinary 1940s British housewife. Well, I guess if she said the war is imminent, that would have been still 38 or at the latest before September of 39, because I don't think Germany didn't invade Poland until September 1st of 39. So, I know we're talking about spaceships and, acid rain, but a 1938-39 woman who has no problems with a man falling out of the sky, creating a 20-foot crater, and getting him back on his feet and sending him on his way and never apparently talking about it again just seems a little preposterous. I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. It's just a quick way of setting up why the Doctor would be helping them at Christmas. So, and then we just get the nice the house the Doctor would create with all just ridiculous stuff. You get, you've got the taps, you've got hot water, you've got cold water, you have lemonade. So it's just all this ridiculous stuff. I love he put so much attention into the kids' rooms, because he says, like, oh, room for mother, very boring. And it's just like, he probably was thinking the whole time, it's like, okay, I have to make a room for the mother. Okay, well, what would Amy want, and what can I not get away with in a room for Amy? So he just made something normal, and it's like, all right, kids, I can do whatever I want then. So, and then it's like, I also just like the plan. There was just, he just created a hole in space and time, put it in a Christmas present, and I guess that was going to be the next day they were going to go to this planet, the safest planet he's ever seen, and they were just going to take a nice stroll through the snowy forest on Christmas, and it was all going to be fine. So
the Christmas tree decorations that grew, was that the king sitting on the throne?
Yes.
Okay.
He said that specifically, that it kept growing. It grew into that size in less than an hour. And, they don't... I mean, he says it, but it is kind of... There is, like, a slight disconnect with it. But that is what it is that the wooden king grew from the egg from the tree. So...
And then there were others that Lily... Was it Lily? Yeah, Lily and the Doctor saw. So then... all of the lights came. So I guess we're overthinking it.
I guess what it was supposed to be was that the egg hatched into what was, I guess, a tiny little woodman, which they were going... The trees used that to lure Cyril to the tower, because they needed a human there to take the crown. And while Cyril didn't work, eventually that led to Madge getting there. So that was just their way, it's just like I guess it's kind of a weird thing, because you think about the trees being alive, which, I mean, trees are alive anyway, but it's like it's the souls that just inhabit these trees. They don't really need the trees. That's not like they don't really exist as a part of the tree. They are just a thing that can exist within a tree. So they need to exist within something alive. Yeah. And for the most part, they live in trees. So it's a little confusing. And it's definitely, it's definitely Stephen Moffat just thinking, like, okay, it's Christmas. What do we do at Christmas? Let's do Narnia. I think Santa is in Narnia. I think they have, like, a Father Christmas character in Narnia. The only thing, again, I haven't read Narnia, neither of us have. I have seen, like, a video about how Tolkien hated like a lot of the world building in Narnia, but, like, best friends with C.S. Lewis. But he was just like, everything he writes, he's a good man. He's just a terrible writer. He just, like, you have Santa in there, which implies that in this other mystical fantasy world that Christmas exists, which implies more things, and it's just like it's like such a mess apparently in Narnia. But I don't know. I think people that read Narnia like Narnia, so I'm sure it's fine. But I guess if you have the I suppose the big three of and big three in quotes of fantasy novels, I guess it would be Lord of the Rings, Narnia, and even though it's much more modern, I would probably put Harry Potter in there as well. So as a sort of big three, if there needs to be a big three or a Mount Rushmore of fantasy novels. But
what was his name? The guy who created Tarzan, Edgar Rice Burroughs, I think. I think also did the Conan series, but I may be wrong about that. But yeah, Conan the Barbarian, there was a series of novels with that too.
Oh, yeah. I guess nowadays people might also put the Game of Thrones novels in there. You know the thing about that. I think you probably could make an argument for the Song of Ice and Fire novel series, but I guarantee most people that are Game of Thrones fans have never read those books. Yeah. Like it certainly had a huge following before this show, but I think most people have simply watched the show and not actually read the books. And I'm one of them. I watched the show through and through. I suffered through the final season like everyone else. But like I said about the Narnia books, I do have the first 5 Song of Ice and Fire books on my Kindle to read someday. I'll get there eventually. Probably I'll get there sometime soon, because supposedly the next book is going to be coming out at some point. He says he's going to finish the next book soon. So, but anyway. But yeah, it's an interesting thing just having this episode. I mean, it is kind of like I guess the last Christmas special we had was A Christmas Carol, and that was let's do, Doctor Who does A Christmas Carol, except it's not Christmas Carol, it's in space, there's this guy, and the Doctor just takes the opportunity to do that. Now it's, alright, Doctor Who does Narnia, and it's like, okay, let's do that, let's do that. The next one, because, I mean, we're going to get another Christmas special in 6 episodes, actually. So, that one is different. That doesn't take a famous book and put it in a Doctor Who Christmas special. So, but yeah, and I think this one, even with the Doctor destroying the spaceship at the beginning, I will say this one is more underplayed than all the other Christmas specials that we've had. Like Christmas specials have always kind of been this, huge attack on Earth, or the last one where it was this big thing of recreating Christmas Carol in space. And it's like, I think this one is the most underplayed of them, and I like that. I'm okay with that. So,
and they never did explain what spaceship at the beginning was trying to attack Earth in the 1930s.
Nope, it's just something that the Doctor had to deal with. Of course, again, with the last episode where he said, like, I got to go back in the shadows. I'm making too much noise, so I got to go back into the shadows, or the silence will find me. And then he just blows a ship out in space in the 1930s, and it's like, okay, man, I don't know, but yeah. But overall, I think this one is still good. I don't think a lot of people care for this episode, but I think it's fine.
Yeah,
It's definitely a tricky thing, because the Christmas specials are supposed to be lighthearted, just doesn't really matter. You don't really need to think about it because it airs at Christmas. Either people are going to miss it because they're not watching it on Christmas Day, or if they are, it's okay to like not, hone in on it so much, because you can relax, go get some fruitcake. I don't know, especially I don't know what the thing is, like what traditions they have in the UK. I mean, there's the Christmas crackers and stuff.
There'd be a pudding, the Christmas pudding.
Well, yeah.
And I don't know if that's a plum pudding, or of course there's a song about figgy pudding. Fig pudding would be interesting. They in Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, they have the Christmas goose, where most Americans would have a turkey, simply because goose is indigenous to the British Isles and turkeys are indigenous to North America. Well, but at the end of the Cratchit's feast, Mrs. Cratchit brings in the Christmas pudding with a stick of holly in the top.
Oh, yeah.
So again, and not a pudding like we think of as chocolate pudding. Yeah. This would be a very dense sort of cake pudding.
Oh, yeah. So in the UK they would have a goose because it's indigenous there. In the US we would have a turkey because it's indigenous there. In Japan they have KFC because not because chicken is indigenous, but they have made the kernel indigenous to Japan. So it's a very strange thing. Yeah. I think I've talked about it before. Yeah. So
I'm kind of surprised they don't have some kind of fish, because I mean, seriously, the reason why the Japanese people eat so much rice and fish is not because they love rice and fish. It's because that's what they have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing, is just that KFC just decided for some reason that they were like, you know what? we're going to completely take over Christmas in Japan. And so they did. And there are reservation lists that they're just so long just to go and get. You have to reserve going and getting a meal at KFC. They've just, I don't know why they did that, but they did. They were just like, you know what, we're going to take over this country at Christmas. And of course, in Japan, Christmas is not the big holiday that it is in the West. It's just, I think it's more of a date holiday, really. And it's just, it's nice. I don't even think you don't get out of school, you don't get out of work, you don't do anything. There's some decorations, on the street. You have a nice time. That's it. The next day, it's, back to normal, pretty much. So,
speaking of date holidays, in 2 weeks, we'll either have to skip or we'll have to record either very early or late.
Yeah.
Because the weekend of February 14th is his mother and my 40th wedding anniversary.
Well, yeah. We might just skip that and I just... I don't know. We could just take a week off of Doctor Who. So, I could technically... I guess I could have said this earlier, but Sarah Jane, that video should be out today. I guess I could have waited until that week, but I need to get this off my computer because all of these clips I have... When you have an entire season's worth of footage on your computer, it takes up a lot of space. But I just finished editing it yesterday, time of recording this. It's 2.5 hours long, yet somehow 3 minutes shorter than the Torchwood video we did. So expect that probably today. We'll just do it today, and then we can just take a quick break between episodes or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll think of something else, but yeah. Anything else?
I got nothing.
Well, Merry Christmas in January, although it's probably February by the time you watch this episode. So yeah, Merry Christmas, and that is pretty much that. With all of that being said, we're Alex and Dad from 7th Hour Films, and we will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of our Doctor Who Modern reactions, as well as another playlist with every Doctor Who reaction that's on the channel. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.